Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as I mentioned previously, I'd ordered a few different things online, some new launches, the Too Faced Peaches and Cream collection and the I Want Candy collection. And I've basically been patiently waiting and stalking the tracking information, hoping that they'll hurry up and deliver. I feel like everything just kind of got a bit delayed thanks to the hurricane, but you know, there are worse things in the world to be complaining about. So when I came home tonight, the box from Too Faced was on the doorstep. So I had to come on and go ahead and film my video with the I Want Candy collection because I've actually been really excited for this collection. I love Kandee Johnson. She's just such a fun personality to watch, and she's really great at what she does. I mean, her makeup is always so beautiful. And I love the way this collection looked. I watched her reveal video and everything just looked so beautiful, and so I knew I had to get some of these pieces. I of course didn't want to shell out the money for everything, and I didn't need everything. So I got what would appeal to me and what I would use frequently. So of course I had to get the eyeshadow palette. This is the cutest thing in the world. So it looks like a little box of chocolates. Even on the back of it, it's got the shade names, but they look like they're like truffles and chocolates, and it's a little tin, and it's got this little sticker with candies, a drawing of candy on the front, and then you open it and here are the shades. So I know everybody has their own opinion on the Too Faced eyeshadows. Some people just get kind of tired of Too Faced cranking out all these scented palettes. I personally love it. I own most of them. So, and honestly, I have started getting a bit pickier about what I spend my money on. For example, I did not get the Too Faced Peaches and Cream matte palette as much as I thought I was going to get it originally. It really didn't wow me when I saw it in stores, so I didn't want to get it. This palette, however, has a lot of colors in it that I don't currently have in my collection. This pretty beautiful orange color is really what drew me to it. And then these shimmers, when you swatch them, oh my God, I mean, they're beautiful. And some of them really come off as different shades. Like this one right here, the one that I used today, Sugar Plum. It's so beautiful. And then when you swatch it, it's just this very beautiful iridescent, purpley, goldy, silvery, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just beautiful. So yeah, I just love the colors in this palette, so I had to get it. The other thing I picked up was this banana powder. So this is what it looks like. So it's basically a yellow powder, and it has these flecks of pink and purple and green and brighter yellow in it, and it's supposed to just help diffuse and blur and brighten. So it's good for using it right here under the eyes, which is what I did, and I was very surprised. The other things that I purchased from her collection are two of the Melted Matte liquid lipsticks, partially because I love Too Faced's formula. And then I really liked these colors. I really also liked the kind of bright fuchsia color that she came out with, but I have a color in my collection already that's almost identical to it. And you know, when I'm spending a lot of money, especially when two collections launch almost at the same time, I have to kind of pick and choose what I really need to spend my money on. And so getting a color that was almost identical to something I already had, not quite. I will say, once I swatched this red one, this is called Sweet and Sour, this orangish red, it looks an awful lot like the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie Hot Fire liquid lipstick that I just wore. You know, whatever, they're two different formulas. The Desi Katie one I feel has got a bit more of a neon feel to it. This comes off a bit more orangey coral, so I'm hoping that they're different enough to where, you know, I don't mind having both of them in my collection. You know, again, I think I ordered the Dose of Colors, the candy, and the peach stuff all online at different times because I was traveling, so I wasn't able to go into the stores and try any of this stuff out. So, but yeah, I think it's an adorable collection. It's sold only at Ulta. I believe they still have pieces in stock. I know online they were getting sold out on Ulta's website, but then I went to Too Faced's website and they had plenty of product. But this is limited edition. I know we all hate that, but they're not going to be restocking it. So I would say that if any of it interests you, or if you're not sure, try to go to an Ulta and see if they have any of the pieces that you can swatch. But I totally think it's worth it if you ask my opinion. So, but yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, this kind of smoky mauve-y look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I already have my eyelid primed with my Urban Decay Primer Potion, and then to set that, I'm going to start out with the shade Banana Cream Pie. And I'm just gonna place that all over the lid. And also on the brow bone, giving it a good layer. Since it is kind of a nice brighter color, this can be kind of like my brow bone highlight as well. Just a subtle highlight. Then I'm going to go into the shade Cream Puff right here with my fluffy brush and start working that through the crease as a transition. I'm kind of focusing this more on the upper portion of the crease and onto the brow bone. Then to add another layer, I'm going into Pastry. Same thing, focusing it more on the brow bone. This isn't super necessary, but I really just kind of wanted to play around with these shadows and use as many as possible. So you could totally just skip straight to this stuff, which is Raspberry Cocoa, my favorite. So I'm starting out lightly with this brush, and again, depositing it onto a bit more of the brow bone area of the crease so that it kind of peeks through. And then I'm switching to a more tapered brush back into Raspberry Cocoa and focusing this on the actual crease itself and actually coming down a little bit onto the lid. And then on this outer portion, I want to kind of have it to about halfway. So I'm kind of just placing it and then flicking it out. And if you ever notice that you end up getting too much of like that color on your brow bone, I mean for me, sometimes it's tricky. I want it to show, but then I get too high. You can just go back into that banana cream shade and just kind of very lightly blend out the edge where you feel like you got it a little too high. Just like I kind of feel like it's a little too high right there. Okay. All right, so now to start deepening this up a bit, I'm using a tapered brush and going into Taupe Berry, which is just this really gorgeous, cool tone taupe color. It's very unique. I love it. I don't have anything like that in my collection, I believe. So I'm just depositing this directly into the crease itself with very light strokes. And then again on the outer V, but I'm kind of staying right on the outer portion. I don't want to bring this in at all. Just using this to deepen everything up and then kind of blending it with whatever's left on the brush. A little bit more into the outer portion. Okay, and I'm going to take this same brush and go back into Raspberry Cocoa because I feel like on the other side it's just got that raspberry shade showing through more. And I think I may even dip in just a little bit to hot chocolate because quite honestly I don't remember if that's what I did. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that on this outer portion. Okay, now for my favorite color, or at least my favorite one so far. I'm gonna take my flat brush and just wet it with a little bit of my Mario Badescu spray. And the color I used is this Sugar Plum color right here. And I'm just going to pat that. I'm gonna start by just patting it on the lid, making sure I get it really close to the lash line. And kind of just going up to where the other color was. And then I kind of, you know, this is sort of just like a somewhat cut crease. I didn't want to go in with concealer and actually cut it out, but I am kind of with this brush just making a somewhat half cut crease. I mean, especially when you wet this brush, color is pigmented enough that it does the job that you need it to do. And now I'm just kind of doing one more little layer of color on top just to make sure I've got that oomph that I want. Okay. And then what I did was I went back in with my very precise tapered brush back into Taupe Berry, just a smidge, and very gently ran that right in the crease again, just to make sure that that portion is the darkest it can be. And then back in with the fluffy one into the Raspberry Cocoa, just to kind of diffuse where these two colors meet a bit. Okay. All right, then for the lower lash line, I took my flat angled brush and went into Hot Cocoa and just ran that all along the lower lash line. right against the lashes. And then to blend that out and tie everything together, I took a pencil brush and went back into Raspberry Cocoa and just ran that right underneath everything. Okay. And last but not least, to highlight, I used this shade right here, which was Frosted Pink. So I just used a dry flat brush and just pop that in the inner corner. All right, and then last but not least, I want just a little bit of brightness, brighterness up here. So I'm just gonna take this fluffy flat brush and go into the shade Ice Cream and very lightly pop that right under the brow bone and kind of help diffuse the top of this blending. Okay, so I mean, as you can see on this eye, I went ahead and lined my waterline and I tight lined up top. I just used my good old Lottie London pencil, so I'm going to do that again here. All right, now I'm just going to do a quick wing on both sides. We'll add some lashes and mascara. Okay, so that's the eyes done. I did pick up a couple more pieces from the I Want Kandee collection, so I'm gonna go ahead and use those now. One of the things I picked up was this I Want Kandee banana pudding powder. This looked really interesting, and I saw a lot of people using it for under their eyes just to kind of brighten and blur. It's got, let's see if you can see, it's got kind of these specks of purple and green. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm going to just put it on this little brush here. Get some on the brush, tap it, and I'm just going to kind of press it, I think. Okay, I don't know if I'm seeing things, but it kind of does look like it did a little bit of brightening and blurring. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna use a little bit right here in my little T-zone area. Okay, I really think I'm seeing something. That's crazy. I really, not to be like negative Nancy, but I really wasn't expecting that much of this powder. Okay, well, I'm happy with that, so that's interesting. All right, and then of course I had to pick up a couple of the liquid lipsticks because I absolutely love Too Faced's, their Melted Matte liquid lipstick formula. And they had 4 colors in this collection. I picked out 2 of them. I did not go for the kind of fuchsia color, partially just because I have a color almost identical to that already. And then I didn't pick up the Melted Ice Cream color because it was just super, super pale. I would never have been able to wear it. And I know she kind of wore it as like an ombre layering lipstick, and I'm just probably not going to do that either. So I saved my money. So I got the shade Sweet and Sour, which is this gorgeous orangey red color. I mean, it's more of an orangey pinky red. I don't know. It's beautiful. I'll swatch it on my hand. And then I got the shade Freshly Baked, which is the one I'm going to wear right now. So let me just swatch these on my hand real quick so you can see what the colors look like. So these are the colors right here. So yes, this definitely comes off like a really, really bright, vibrant orange. It's actually reminding me a lot of the Hot Fire color that I just wore from the Desi and Katie collection. And then of course this is just a good, neutral, beautiful mauve color. right, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply Freshly Baked and finish this look off. Okay, I completely forgot to mention this, and I'm sure you've probably watched other reviews and seen this by now, but you know, the Too Faced products always are scented. So the eyeshadows, I noticed they smell like toasted marshmallows or something. Like marshmallows from Lucky Charms. I don't even know. And then this is supposed to smell like banana pudding. I don't really get that. It kind of smells like sunscreen. I don't know. But this smells like toasted marshmallows and buttercream frosting. It's incredible. All right, so I'm gonna put this on and we'll finish off this look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial demo video. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and thank you for watching. Bye guys.